big part of the reason you came to LSU was to play teams like this and to get to compete in this conference. Just what excites you about your first SEC opportunity this weekend?
It's just playing good competition all the time. I mean, coming from Pennsylvania, we saw 65 to 70 every high school game. So, like, now I've seen 90 to 99. Skeens hit 100. So, like, it's fun to see and just compete against other teams and not ourselves and actually see that 98, 99 from other teams.
How big of an adjustment was that for you, I guess, to get used to, from what you were facing in high school to what you're now facing on a pretty much everyday basis?
I mean, luckily I got to play travel ball and I got to play in events over the past couple of years that I saw other good pitching. So it wasn't that big of an adjustment. It was just getting used to it and being consistent with it.
Paxton, as a true freshman, you're leading off. Like, where does that confidence in yourself come from?
I mean, Coach Johnson talks to us all the time. Like, we have to find our own confidence in ourselves. It's self-given. It's not, he can't give it to us. So we just have to be comfortable with ourselves and trust ourselves. He's great with it, and he lets us know that he trusts us and that he's comfortable with us in spots like that. So he definitely helps with that.
I think he's pointed out that your speed is something that can be used for the field and also running the bases as a special weapon. Is that something you've always worked on in your life, or is that something that just came naturally from playing multiple sports?
I mean, it's honestly God-gifted. My speed, I don't know where it came from. So, yeah, it's just how it's always been, and I've been lucky for that.
Were your parents athletes?
Both my parents played volleyball. My dad played baseball in high school, but then he went to college for volleyball. My mom could have went to Penn State for volleyball, but she decided not to. So, yeah, they were athletes, but they didn't really go far with it.
Were you a good volleyball player?
I never played volleyball. Yeah, I never got really into it, so, yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, you came to the plate. I looked up, and your average was like 140.
Yeah.
And now it's like almost 400, right? So I guess that's baseball, but what's changed?
I mean, Coach Wanaka and I have worked on some stuff in the beginning to try to help my body move in a better way. And unfortunately, that didn't work out the best. So Coach Wanaka and I got back together and started to figure out what would help me. So we started to do some other stuff, and he's really helped me with it. And I just got more comfortable in the box and seeing strikes better and taking balls more often. And it's just all got better.
I actually talked to your coach the other week, and he said he feels like you're seeing the ball better. Do you agree, disagree?
Yes, I mean, I've been walking a lot more. Like, beginning of the year when I was hitting 140 or whatever, I don't think I had a walk, or I had one walk, or it was like a hit by pitch or something. So, I mean, it's been a lot better. I've been walking a lot more. I've been hitting my pitch and not the pitcher's pitch, so it's been a lot better.
What goes into that?
Goes into what exactly?
To, like, seeing pitches better and, like, is that, like, film? Is that just, like, what goes into that?
It's just reps, and, like we'll do machine and everything. We have to see the slider down or the slider pop. It just depends on the pitcher and everything and arm slots, and it's just getting used to everything.
You talked about the step up in talent that you're facing, and we've talked a lot about the 10-run rule games and you guys maybe not getting as many game reps as needed, I guess. But he also talks about the approach that guys have getting the extra work in needed. I guess how critical is that when maybe you have shortened games that you really focus on the practice reps, your preparation?
I mean, it's mainly just trying to play baseball. Like, yeah, it kind of stinks that we 10-run teams and stuff, and it would be nice to get more reps or other people in the game and everything. We all wish that. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's the rules now, so we all just have to take practice as serious as we can so we get those reps in and make sure we're not lacking in any way in the game.
You talked about facing 70. Like, do you feel like you found your home, I guess, for lack of a better word, where you're around similar guys, similar talents, similar desires, those kinds of things?
Definitely. Mostly in the locker room, everyone's so welcoming and everything. And I mean, Dylan's been a big help to me. So we just get our work in, and now I'm comfortable with everything, and it's been great.
The approach, like he's up with your approach?
Yes.
How are you feeling about your first SEC series this weekend?
I'm excited. I mean, it's fun. The 2 visits I went on my senior year was here in A&M, so it'll be nice to go back there and see everything, and yeah, it'll be fun.
Show them what's good.
Yes.
So it seems like you guys are also using that same bat, that Marucci bat. What sort of makes that bat comfortable for you, at least?
I mean, there's the CAT X Connect and the CAT X One Piece. I use the One Piece. A lot of the guys use the Connect. I just like the one piece just because it's lighter and I swing it a little harder. So that's the only reason why I like it. It's just the feel of it.
What's the difference between the two, at least visually, then? Because because it seems like a lot of you guys are using that red one.
Yeah. There's two different types. I mean, there's really one's just more end loaded and one's just more balanced. I use the more balanced one, but like someone like Dylan and Dugas and them, they use the more end loaded one.
Okay.
I know that you were recruited by the previous staff, so you have a relationship with Nolan Kane.
Mm-hmm.
What is it going to be like seeing him in the opposite dugout this weekend?
I mean, Nolan's a really good guy. He was a big reason why I came here in the first place. He's one of the big reasons why I love LSU. So it'll be good to see him, and it'll just be weird seeing him in a different color. So
Was it like, was it hard to like, because obviously he probably recruited you at A&M too. Like, was it hard to say no to that? Like, what went into that decision?
it was more hard to know that I was done talking to Nolan than actually saying I wasn't going there, because I was so comfortable with coming here and I wanted to come to LSU and play for Coach Johnson because he's a great coach. But yeah, it was more like a social thing with Coach Nolan that I was going to lose. So.
I think Jay told us a story about you decommitting.
Yep.
Him taking it personally.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy when I decommitted, but yeah, it's the way that I thought I should have done it, and I'm happy I did it because I got a great relationship with Coach Johnson now, and it's been great.
Yeah, I mean, it made him recruit you. I
Exactly.
guess, right?
Exactly,
Kinda
yes.
Tell me your thought process there.
So yeah, I mean, I was committed with Coach Maneri and Coach Kane and all of them, and then Coach Johnson got the job, and I think it was like a week later I decommitted or something like that. Yeah, he wasn't happy. And then he called me back, thankfully, and just said like, "Hey, you sure you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, I'm going to recruit you." And I'm like, "That's what I want. That's the whole point of this." So he just continued to recruit me, and he came to my house and everything, and yeah, he really went after me hard, thankfully, and made an easy decision to come here.
What made you recommit to LSU?
Coach Johnson, big time Coach Johnson. He just made it really comfortable, and this was like home to me the first time I committed, so I wanted to come back, and with Coach Johnson here, it makes it even better.
I was gonna say, how did he win you over?
Just showing that he actually really wanted me, and like on a personal level, he was really comfortable. Like he came to my house, and it was funny because he came in a suit, like a whole suit and tie for dinner. We were just wearing like regular sweatpants and everything, and yeah, he just goes really hard with recruiting, and he does a great job with it.
Was there a moment in your like travel ball career where you realized that you could go play at the SEC level, and when did that come about?
I mean, when I really started to play with Canes National, that's when I started to realize I could play with this level, because I was hitting. When I got there, I was hitting like 8th or 7th or 8th or something like that in the order, and then like a few games in, I started hitting 1, 2, or 3, and that's when I started to realize like, yeah, I can play with this level with guys like Cole Young that got drafted to the Mariners and stuff. He's from Pittsburgh, and just like guys like that. Yeah, it was. That's when I started to realize it was real.
Do you guys notice the weather for this coming weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's baseball, so we just got to get used to it and just get there and be comfortable with the atmosphere and just play.
You're from Pennsylvania, so I'm sure you've played in your share of.
Yeah, definitely. Played in sleet, everything. So, yeah, it'll be fine.
What's the biggest change coming from Pennsylvania to Louisiana? What are you noticing? What's the culture, the new friends you've made?
Definitely culture. Like the people down here are way different than back home, but it's a good thing. Fans are awesome down here. There's a ton of them, and they let you know what they want. So, I mean, it's a good atmosphere and everything.
From my understanding, your senior year of high school, y'all ruled every single team until like the state championship.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
you come from like a small like baseball town.
Mhm.
What was that atmosphere like, and what was your high school experience like?
Thankfully, the community back home was very good with us with baseball. A lot of people would show up to our games and everything, so we would get a little bit of a crowd. Like our state championship game, we were playing at Penn State. That's where the state championship is. And pretty much all of the stadium was packed with red because we were red and everything. So, yeah, they were really good, the community back home.
You look like an unassuming baseball player, right? Like there's nothing that is exceptional physically about you. So why are you so good at it? What do you think is the?
I mean, it's just hard work. Blue collar back home, so Like I trained in a old railroad warehouse. Like it's all broken down and everything, but I mean that's just part of it.
Just like Rocky.
Yeah, it's just going hard and everything, and yeah, that's what I think helped me mainly.
Do you think some of your quick twitch athleticism comes from that sort of volleyball background?
I think it's mainly God gifted, honestly. I've been very blessed and thankful for that, so that's what I honestly think it is.
What made you realize you had to work for it?
Just realizing where I am growing up and everything. Like, I don't think many people came out of Central Pennsylvania, so I mean, it's just knowing that I can't play year round. Like, I have to go indoors during the winter because it'll snow and everything. And just knowing that, and compared to like people down south, they get to play year round and everything. Like I knew I had to get my work in any way I had to.
When you were growing up, then how'd you sort of get into baseball, especially to this degree?
I mean, my dad got me started with baseball. I have a brother too that he played baseball in high school and everything. So we kind of just always played together. Like when it would come in the summertime, him and I would just play wiffle ball outside when it was warm and everything. So yeah, my dad pretty much just got us into it.
Was your brother pretty good?
He's just a high school guy. So yeah, yeah.
At the high school level, at least. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe a couple more, yo.
What town you from?
I'm from Roaring Spring, Pennsylvania. It's by Altoona. Altoona is a AA team, the Curve for the Pirates.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paxton.
All right, thanks,
Thank you all.